Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Final Fantasy 16. We're back at the base. A lot of shit happened in the last one. We saved Dion, our mother died. The king of that country died. What was his name? Sylvester. Yeah, Sylvester. And so did Olivier, who apparently was some kind of Ultima puppet. Now, we've seen that he doesn't need a body, so I don't think it was a body snatching situation. So then my question becomes, was Ultima always Olivier and was just tricking Annabella, who was clearly mentally unwell, or did Ultima in some way kill and replace Olivier? That I want to know. I want to know the answer to that question. What do we think?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Alright, what do you got, Otto?
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project.
Okay.
Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Okay.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts,
Damn.
with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dhalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Wulu deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
He will deign.
None but us.
All right. So it kind of like seems like they're trying to make us question whether or not what we've done is good. And like, it is a good question. Because if after all the mother crystals are gone, if things don't improve, then what was it all for, right? Like, we don't even have any indication that the blight is receding at all as the mother crystals fall. And like, most likely it's because Ultima exerts more of an influence than maybe we gave him credit for. The mother crystals obviously had some play in that, but
Skies driving men mad.
obviously not the whole
Most
thing.
of the hideaways on edge.
Well, it's our job to come.
Are we even safe here?
All right, I need to put these hunts in my notes. So we're going to look at these again. So we've got the Rosaria one that we don't know where it's at. We've got Vamare in Dalmekia. Okay, I'm going to put that in my notes. Then we've got the Quiet Sands in Rosaria. I think I know where that one is. And then this one is another question mark. Ruin Reawakened. San Brequois legend tells of a dread dragoon who set near half of the realm alight with his torrid breath, before being sealed away behind a magical mist by Grigor herself. Some sources claim, though, it has long been forgotten which parts of the tale are true and which are mere myth. Recent reports of a great dragon's roar reverberating around the woodland passes of the Empire are real enough. Okay, I read that sentence weird. Around the woodland passes of the Empire. There we go. I wonder... Let's check the map real quick. We're not leaving yet. Let's see. When we find those weird little, No, there isn't one here. What I was wondering is if... Hold on. I know where one is on this one. Let's see. Right here. I'm wondering if these are what trigger these S-rank things. And there's maybe one in Rosaria. Maybe this is the one that we need for that S-rank, but I don't know. Okay, so the other S rank is somewhere in Sanbrek. That's about all we know at this point.
Is a storm coming soon?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemekis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Okay. Now, every... I'm trying to... I kind of want to go back to... Was there a statue of what Grieger looks like in that church that's in that small town? The god that we saw in the pictographs had wings, but Ultima, as far as we've seen him so far, hasn't had wings. He has 4 arms, but no wings yet. And I think I originally thought that maybe that pictograph was showing Grieger, which could still be true in some way. Ultima might just... But Grieger is considered a female goddess, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm onto anything at all, but...
Clive, we have a problem.
There's going to be some lore involving Grieger that's going to tie to everything.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Kashik out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means... there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Okay.
Clive. Here you go.
Okay, Northreach has a quest. That's the Dame right there. Yeah, that's the Dame's place. Okay, so those are main quests. Gotcha. I didn't realize that the main quest would show up on this as well. I think I want to start with this stuff. So we're going to travel here. We're going to do these side quests. We're going to do some of the hunts. Man, everything looks dark and dour right now, doesn't it?
Well met. You're welcome anytime.
What's happened?
Pardon me, but would you... That well-notched steel and impressive physique. I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin. Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemekian history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city. And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts said to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemekis. Well, were you ever party to a finer proposition?
All right, let's do it.
My arms are yours.
Wonderful! Then come. We must away.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemekis road, and from there, onward to discovery. Quickly! There is not a moment to lose.
Wait. Well, good luck with your ne'er-do-wells. I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
All right.
Do you have any fresh water?
Now I just need to see about getting the... I want to know right away.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with.
What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh. So you know of it, then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. 3 of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day. Stop by again when you let them know, and I'll give you your little something.
I'll be right back.
Bro's gonna get robbed.
Tell me, traveler, do the other villages of the realm suffer as ours does, with black clouds above and starving stragglers below? Not so very long ago, moneyed merchants would scatter their coin like seed as they passed through this place. Ah, would that it had taken root.
You were right, boy.
Do you have any fresh water? The well's been all but dry since the skies changed.
Barely a drop left for myself.
Who needs a porter when there's nowhere left to go?
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Look at me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sambrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route at the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
Please, a piece of fruit.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Boklad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from Sambrek, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. Or rather we did, till not so long ago. These are lean times, and even Boklad isn't the bustling trading post it once was. Still, there's no point dwelling on it. Better to live life while you can, eh? And on that note, it sounds like there's a cup of wine needing my attention.
You'll buy something, won't you? Please. You've raised the price.
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
No one's making for the refugee camps anymore. Not after what happened in the Dominion. Meaning, they linger here instead. I spend more of my days moving beggars along than I do manning these gates. What gets to me are the gangs that prey on the poor sods. As if they haven't suffered enough. Some days you can't help but wonder what the world's coming to. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
My pass. What more do you want?
Yeah, I'd say Clive earned a cup. Could we have done this quest before the Dominion stuff? Because technically they showed up on the map right as we were locked into going into the capital itself. But had I gone to the capital and then left, I'm not even sure I could have, honestly. But if I could, I would have been able to do those quests, right? And then that dialogue would have had to have been different. Somebody let me know if that's possible or not.
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right. I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 66. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside. A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the three pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
Clive is over there just waiting for the offer. He's like, you can offer me a cup? Please? He's just awkwardly standing back there like, please? Bearer of good news. Bro didn't even offer you a cup.
Kill the poor sod.
What a jerk.
For a handful of coins at that.
I owe these remarkable gentlemen more than a few paltry cups of wine. Even if it is the finest wine in all of Valisthea.
Okay, are any of them actually bears? No. I thought that was a play on word.
Oh, there's nothing like a cup or five of good wine to wash away the aches of the road.
Okay.
Has this wine turned?
Do you have any fresh water?
One quest out of 3 done. How you guys doing?
Anything I can do for you?
First, the crystalline dominion goes up in flames, and now this. No wonder half the people in Baklad are packing up their things. They'd rather not stick around to find out what's next.
The other half?
Don't have anywhere else to go. If the Ether Floods haven't taken their villages, the beasts or the bandits have.
As for me,
my home is with the Crimson Caravans, and that's where I'll stay. So long as I have Elle by my side, I'm not afraid of anything.
May luck go with you.
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemekis road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
All right.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
When are they gonna let us through? What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
All right, damn.
Why am I not surprised?
He's already in trouble? He literally just got away.
You'll have no real coin. No one's good for you.
Oh yeah, we have new shit. Oh shit. Okay. Alright, also, I noticed my triangle was Dia? Do I have a heal?
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemekian history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
Meteor. Meteor did it.
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
Is it weird that I want to fight a Knights of the Round? Like, how cool could a fight be if they went full on out and had like a Knights of the Round style fight in this game? Oh, whoops. What does this do? I don't even remember. Okay, so Wings of Light. Begin casting Mega Flare, press circle to execute. The length of the casting determines the potency of the spell. And that's right, if you get hit, it stops, right? Okay, so there's a bar for Mega Flare over there. Oh, I see. Damn, it's got a long charge, doesn't it? Okay. I want to try a fully charged one to see if it does anything unique. So when I do damage with Dia, do I heal myself? We're gonna find that out too.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. And those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Shush, now. You've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you.
Okay.
Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way up here? I think we found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me.
What the fuck? Okay, Dia does not heal.
Nice try.
What does Dia mean in Japanese? Because, like, I read Dia and was like, oh, Persona, healing. But, nope. This is not a Persona game. Imagine that.
Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
Yeah, weird.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know why that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems or anything they couldn't eat for that matter.
This goblin has a mustache.
Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them, and earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, and if they backpedal on that, we hold you responsible, right? Alright, what is our square doing? What ability is that? Summon multiple spheres of light that upon striking an enemy deal it continuous damage, binding it to the spot. Okay, cool. It seems like our triangle also holds them in the spot when they're getting hit.
Not
again.
All right then. Who's first?
Get up.
You're going to get yourself killed. Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward! History awaits!
Well, I definitely want to learn more about the final sin. Seems like it's going to be a really, really important part of the lore.
Oh no. He's really got himself into trouble this time.
Oh, my triangle isn't even ready. I was like, why isn't it working?
Still in one piece?
It would seem so. Once more I am in your debt, and once more you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes. Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemekis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear was all I really desired. You see, even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my musings of late. And so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's weird.
What this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
Freaking weirdo. What's wrong with you, bro? I mean, if you put all your scholar friends in danger like you did us, I understand why they aren't going along with your bullshit.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
Alright, and it brought us back so we can turn this one in pretty easily too.
Joseph's fine. He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. You found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Alright, level 38. Before we leave, I'm gonna go and talk to Elle.
Something I can help you with?
If our porters are to be believed, these ill-omened clouds loom over all of Valisthea. I suppose at least that means there is little sense in fleeing elsewhere in search of safety. No, we must stay here and continue our work.
Speaking of which...
I have rather an important negotiation to attend to. I must forget about the skies and begin my preparations. No doubt you have important work to be getting on with too. We must both do what we can in these dark times.
Always a pleasure.
Okay, so we've got one hunt here in Dalmek, and it's in a place called Vamere. Do we know where Vamere is, or is it one of the areas that we haven't explored yet? Okay, that's more Velcroy. The jaw, the cattery. That's Vamere right there. Okay, we can do this hunt. Straight ahead. I remember looking at that town, and there was like a door, and I was like, ooh, there's gonna be a fight here later, and something's gonna bust through that door. How much you wanna bet? How much you wanna bet? We're gonna get in there, and whatever we're fighting is gonna bust straight through the door. Because it's brothers, right? No, the brothers are in a different place. Okay, never mind. The 10 of clubs.
Another God's forsaken soul, eh? Only those
Oh, he's moving. Just slowly.
So empty your pockets.
Okay, that's on me. Uh-oh.
Well done, Tom.
Okay, not bad.
A deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than he knew.
Okay. I think that's everything we needed to do in Dalmek for now. Never mind, we got main story stuff here. I forgot Dalamil. Alright. Well, oh my god. Okay, bad shit's happening here. We're gonna have to figure this one out in the next episode. So, thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and in the next one, we'll do whatever we need to do to help Dalamil here. Have a good one, everybody. I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters, Darren York, ZTD, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, Andrew Smith, Chris Murphy, JW, Bracken, Quinless, Chris Smith, Vlado101, Andy Ford, and Kyle Schluter. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.